Top 5 Small Business Startup Ideas that you can work on. To someone who has practically worked their entire life, employment is becoming less and less attractive. Yes, getting regular monthly wages can help a great deal, but that is basically it. In most cases, the salary you get is just about enough to get you through. So the tendency is, when you are about to retire, you get to have very little amount in your savings. This is exactly why to some, employment is just a starting point to something better. At the back of their head, a lot of people, maybe including yourself, would still want to be their own boss by making their own small business startup, but more often, these people are discouraged of even trying because the thought of starting a business from scratch can be quite intimidating. Plus, a lot of them have this idea that starting a business requires money, in fact, lots of it. But that is not exactly true. You can definitely start a business with a small amount of money. You just have to choose your venture wisely, and you have to remember that working on a budget would also mean several things: that you have to be extra particular with your expenses, and that you have to work extra hard to keep the need for a workforce at an absolute minimum. Now that your eyes are open to the possibility of a small business startup, the next thing that you should be thinking of is what venture can you possibly start and succeed in. To give you an idea on that, here are 5 of the top small businesses that you may want to consider. Point 1. Online store. Most budding entrepreneurs find online stores to be convenient because they do not really have to watch over it 24/7. Apart from that, it also provides them a huge market possibility. Another plus is, with an online store, you can sell almost anything. For example, if you do not really have that much capital yet, you can start selling your own stuff to gather funds. Point 2. SEO company. This venture is ideal if writing is in your blood. Note, however, that an SEO company is not just about writing. You also have some skills in editing and copywriting. Depending on your client, you may also need to be internet savvy for you to be able to upload the articles that your client required you to do. Point 3. Jewelry making. The idea of starting a jewelry making business may be quite scary because it implies that you may need to buy raw materials like gold and other precious stones. But if you do not have enough budget for those, you can start with silver and semi-precious stones like turquoise, quartz, and amethyst that are equally beautiful but relatively cheaper. Point 4. Desktop publishing. This business is for you if you know how to work your computer to produce layouts for newspapers, magazines, and newsletters. Point 5. Website designing. This, of course, requires you to speak the computer language. You should be able to master the art of creating website designs and layout. But note that the clientele for this business is huge, as you can market your work from small online stores to big companies. Those are some of the options that you can use for a small business startup. Hopefully one of those got you inspired enough to start your own venture.